Hey guys, I'm gonna do little quick vlogs like this because these are super easy. I don't have to edit them or anything as long as I do them right. Um, Xbox, I think, is in trouble. I don't know why people aren't talking about this way. Microsoft shut down Lionhead and canceled Fable Legends, and people are, they're sad for the people that are losing their jobs. They're sad that that might just be the end of Fable games, even though none of the Fable games ever reached the potential people thought they would. With Peter Molyneux overpromising for everything he ever did. Uh, so people are upset about that, and they're upset about the closure of the studio. But no one's talking about the fact that Microsoft had to do this at all. They also closed down some other studio. I can't remember the name of it, Free Play or something like that. And nobody's talking about this. Is Microsoft closing down one of their studios? Um, Microsoft doesn't have a ton of studios that they actually like own and can shut down. They work with other studios and stuff, but imagine if when Microsoft owned Bungie and they sold off Bungie to itself so it could be its own thing. What if they just shut down Bungie? People would have flipped out, mainly because it would have been the end of Halo, probably. Um, Even though it might have just gone to 343 at that point. But shutting down a studio should be a big deal for one of the main three. Like, if Sony shut down Naughty Dog, I don't think they own Naughty Dog, but if Sony shut down Naughty Dog, people would say, "Is this the end of PlayStation? Is Sony getting away from gaming or something like that?" But for some reason, that discussion isn't happening now with Microsoft. Microsoft shutting down Lionhead, that's arguably one of their biggest studios outside of like Rare and 343. And 343 hasn't made anything good yet. And Rare hasn't made anything good since, I guess some people like Viva Pinata. I don't know why people aren't talking about this as if it's a signaling that Microsoft's going in a really bad direction. Closing down Lionhead, they talked about how Xbox One might be the last console, and there might be like modular updates to it, and how Xbox and Windows 10 are sort of like becoming the same thing. So you'll be able to play, um, you can stream the games to your PC, uh, and they're going to release more of their games on PC. But people are saying that like it's making Xbox become more like PC with modular upgrades and things like that. But people don't want that. The reason people like console gaming is because it's simple. You can just buy a thing and then you have it and then you can play on it. People who buy PCs know about upgrading hardware and building it themselves mostly. At least most of them do whenever they're really into PC gaming. So people who have consoles don't want that. So the idea that Microsoft's going in that direction doesn't make any sense to me. So I feel like Microsoft's just making a bunch of bad decisions and no one's really talking about it. The media, for some reason, applauds the idea that Xbox One could just be upgraded. But I don't think people understand like how much, purely console gamers don't want to bother with any of that. They just want to buy a box and buy games on it and play them and then that be it. It's why there is some appeal to buying like an Alienware PC because you're like, well, this can run any game. It costs way more than it should, but it's done. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people aren't talking about this being like a very overall like everything Microsoft's done in the last couple of months doesn't seem like a good idea. Um, Now this isn't saying that like there's controversy for some reason about Quantum Break being released on PC, and I think that's fine. But then you look at the releases that are going through the Windows Game Store thing and Steam, and through the Windows Game Store they have console-like restrictions, and like you can't. There's not as many video settings as there are if you just buy the same game on Steam. I think an example of that's the Tomb Raider, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. On Steam, it's normal. It has a bunch of settings and all that stuff. If you buy it through the Microsoft Game Store, though, then you get a version that is a lot more limited and has a lot less options. Why? It's like Microsoft doesn't understand PC gaming, but then they're also trying to make the Xbox more like PC gaming. And nobody wants either of those things. It doesn't make sense. I just thought I'd talk about this. If there's any other news items or things you want me to talk about briefly. How long was this? 6 minutes. 6 minutes of me talking about how I think Microsoft's just going in a bad direction. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm not as educated about the whole situation as I should be. But I just thought I'd make a quick video. And yeah. I'll be in the comments. And I'm always on the Discord server. I feel like the day I announced I had a Discord server, people talked for a few hours, and then there's like 2 guys that talk for a couple of days, and now nobody talks in there. So I'll see you on the Discord server or in the comments, either way. And I'll see you guys later.